someone be limited in his or her business? Can we say that someone is limited in his business or her business? Is it possible? Can we say that there is a limitation in our business? Is it possible?
It's possible, sir.
Wow. How? By the way we run it, God bless you. By physical cash, God bless you. Limitation in business can come through physical and spiritual means. If one does not pray very well before starting up a business, the person may end up blaming himself or herself, because it is not every business that is meant for you. The business that is going for A may not go for B. The business that is going for B may not go for C. That you see someone prospering in the area of his own business does not mean that you must prosper in the same line of business. Every business is not meant to be the same. And some persons may not know the strategies behind their business or behind the business they want to enter, and they will just enter into it. Some may not involve God. Some persons also may prosper in their business, but because of one physical challenge or the other, or spiritual challenge, that is why I said that business limitation can either come through spiritual means or through physical means. Don't underestimate it. It can come either ways. I know some folks will not believe me that spiritual issues can affect businesses. It does. It can. Business is meant to be something that everyone desires to do so that you make profit. Every business is raised so that you'll be able to make profit. But when you make up business, or when you start up a business and you are not making profit, something is wrong. When you start up a business and you are not increasing in that business, something is wrong. Don't just think that someone is bewitching you somewhere. Before you think of spiritual, please first check yourself physically. There are so many things that can hinder us in the areas of our business. There are so many things that can collapse our businesses. There are so many things that can frustrate one's effort in business. Number one, how much did you know of that business? Every business should not be approached by only our physical eyes and physical minds. We need also to use our spiritual minds and our spiritual eyes to look at that business. Don't enter into any business you see because you like the business. Some business is not good for you. How did you see that business? How much did you know about that business? Is it because another person is doing that business, that is why you enter into that business? Is it because you like that type of business, that is why you enter into that business? Another thing that can harm us or that can hinder us in our process of doing business is what? Strategies. Every business has a method. Don't go into a business without knowing the strategies to do that business. For instance, because you can plait your daughter's hair in your house does not give you sharp edge to go and open a salon and start making people's hair. Because you can make eba and cook soup in your house does not mean that you can cook food, public food, and serve people in the public. Restaurant business is a business that needs good experience. Not just experience in cooking, experience also in dishing out food and management of every materials and resources in that business. For instance, the type of food you cook in your house is different from the type of food you cook for market purpose. You may apply too much condiments to your own food in the house, but those ones you cook in the market should be minimal. Praise the Lord. Sometimes we think that too much of condiments, ingredients, will make our soup, our food to be more sweet. I don't think you are getting what I'm saying. Sometimes we feel that putting more of condiments or ingredients will make our food to be more sweet. No. There are some that if you overflog it with condiments, it will no longer be sweet again. So, sometimes it is good for us to study and find out what are the strategies, what are the methods through which I can approach that particular business. Is it because I cited that business somewhere and I love that business so much? Without going into it to know more of the details of that business, if you venture that business, you will collapse. Every business has a method, a strategy, the way you can approach it, the way you can manage, the way you can go about it. Another thing that can collapse business is management of funds. If you invest money in a business and you do not know how much profit margin you are making under a week or under a month, and you go ahead and start spending money because you are getting money back from your business, you will end up losing that business at the end of the day. Why? Because you do not watch or calculate your profit margin. You just started using money or spending money anyhow. Another thing that can affect our business, I hope you are writing. Another thing that can affect our business is what? Character management. Please, sir. There is this saying that people used to say that customers are always right. Customers are always right. There are some of us, like me as a pastor, I like hearing from people what their complaints are, and I like adjusting myself to people's complaints. I like hearing from people what our shortcomings are. And the moment I hear from them, I will call for caucus meeting, and we will sit together and work on ourselves. What are those things that makes people to complain about our services? How do we adjust? Do you really find out whether if it is true, or are they doing those things or saying those things in order to get their ways through us? And I will make out time to do my own findings within myself. Yes, actually, there are some shortcomings. I will find out myself that truly we have shortcomings. And I will bring up a strategy to correct those shortcomings and put up a better service for the people. Yes, it is true that this is God's house, but there should be orderliness and discipline. There are good strategies to attend to people. You don't just attend to people rudely and mannerlessly because you think you are dishing out the service of God to people. Likewise, in your own personal business, you don't go about treating people anyhow because they come to buy goods from you. That same goods you are selling, some other persons with good character is selling the same thing. And they can take your customer. Sir, one customer you lose in a day means a lot against your business in the whole year. If you lose one person, you lose a lot of millions in a year. You lose a lot of opportunities. You lose a lot of blessings. The good thing that can happen to us is to understand that yes, every business has opportunity to grow when we put up seriousness, commitment, and focus in our business. That is why you look at some businessmen, they don't sleep in the night. Why? They are calculating more. They are making research, and they are calculating, where are we not doing it well? Where should we increase? Where should we adjust? Where can we? Where can we? And you continue adjusting until you get to the top. Praise the Lord. Yes, the reason why I said this is because there are so many of us that think that